I want you to listen to the history of America with me. If you could just be real quiet. This is just like 3 minutes, 4 minutes long. I cried when I wrote this. It took me over a year to write this. In fact, I was on my way to the recording studio, and I still hadn't finished it. The Beatles producer, George Martin, asked me to come and sing at his studio, which was called Air Studios. And the train was coming, and I had to sing it. The band was there to record it, and I just needed 2 more lines. The last 2 lines of the song, last 2 lines, maybe you know the last 2 lines. They finally came, and I got on the train, and I went to the studio. Now, seems like this is going to be the part of the concert where I say, can you turn up the guitar? Can you turn it up? Look familiar? I was born and raised an orphan in a land that once was free, in a land that poured its love out on the moon. And I grew up in the shadows of your silos filled with grain, but you never helped to fill my empty spoon. And when I was 10, you murdered law with courtroom politics, and you learned to make a lie sound just like truth. But I know you better now, and I don't fall for all your tricks. And you've lost the one advantage of my youth. You kill a black man at midnight just for talking to your daughter. And you make his wife your mistress, and you leave her without water. And the sheet you wear upon your face is the sheet your children sleep on. At every meal you say a prayer you don't believe, but still you keep on. And your money says in God we trust, but it's against the law to pray in school. You say we beat the Russians to the moon, and I say you starved your children to do it. You were far across the ocean, and the war was not your own. And while you were losing theirs, you also lost the one at home. Did you really think the only way to bring about real peace was to sacrifice your young men to kill all your enemies? Your politicians all make speeches, your newsmen all take notes, and they exaggerate false issues as they shove them down our throats. Is it really up to men whether our nations sink or float? Well, I wonder who would lead us if none of us would vote. My phone is tapped, my lips are chapped, from whispering through the fence. You know every move I make, or is that just coincidence? Well, you tried to make my way of life a little less like jail. If I promised to make tapes and slides and send them through the mail, and your money says in God we trust, but it's against the law to pray in school. You say we beat the Russians to the moon, and I say you starved your children to do it. You say all men are equal, all men are brothers. Then why are the rich more equal than others? Don't ask me for the answers, I've only found one. That a man leaves his darkness when he follows the sun.